Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
No debate, cause it's over. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth.
Love to see this team add another receiver, whether that's trade or free agency.
It's okay. Pittsburgh's the AARP retirement home.
There's a bunt record. That person's never going to have to worry about that thing ever getting broken.
I hate analytics. I think has ruined the game I grew up loving.
I will do unspeakable things for the Giants to win this Super Bowl.
Pause. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Wow, it muted me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Korner Booth Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Jerry Clem. Happy Monday to all of you. I am running on a solid 3 hours sleep right now, but I actually feel pretty energized. You know why? Because we got a Kane coming to Philly, baby. I've been waiting for this day. I think the last Hurricane to play for Miami was Jerome McDougal, and I was like 04. Before that, it was Jerome Brown. So, pretty good company, right? Jalen Phillips is now a Philadelphia Eagle. It was as of 7 a.m. this morning. It was some of the best news I've opened my Twitter feed up to. Everyone knows I'm a Hurricanes fan. Obviously, the Uncle Ed jersey behind me. And a Birds fan. Saw the Samuel jersey, the T-shirt, everything else. Big Jalen Phillips guy. I love his story as far back as when he was at UCLA, comes to Miami, comes out of medical retirement, has a phenomenal season, first round pick, the whole 9 yards. He's been great except for that crappy shitbox turf at MetLife, which I want to burn the big recycling can down. But I saw that news today, and like the Jair Alexander news on Sunday was pretty, on Monday or Saturday was pretty cool. I was like, oh, cool. I love Jair Alexander's a funny dude. It's pretty cool that we have a father-son duo playing together on the same team now. AJ Brown and Jair Alexander get to play on the same team together. It's kind of cool. Father-son duo like that. Loved the Michael Carter, the second pickup. And of course, y'all saw me losing my mind for Brandon Graham coming back. I said something on Friday. I'm going to bring my co-host for this one because I talked to him a little bit about this. Matthew, hello.
Oh, how is it going? It's always a nice Monday when I guess both your college and your football team are on bye, so you can't be upset.
Oh, I don't know what that's like. The ACC referees are literally in my shit box for the rest of ever. I literally, if I see somebody who's an ACC ref, like you're like, oh yeah, I ref for the Atlantic Coast Conference, throat punch, not even just like, or I'm gonna spit in their food or no throat punch, spit in their food, slash their tire, pour some sugar in the gas, just stuff like that. Inconvenience. I don't want to harm them. Just make their day miserable because they made my day miserable on Saturday. So yeah, congrats. Your Jets and your Tigers for not playing, not stressing you out.
I don't know if this ever happened to you, but when I was a kid, there was a couple times where if you went to maybe a McDonald's or something, you'd order a sandwich. There were a couple times where I got my sandwich and it was wrapped up perfect. And then you go to grab it and it was air. They literally wrapped air and gave it to me. And so I had to go back, get my order right and everything. That is what I think the refs for the that SMU game should. They should just go get a sandwich and go to open it up and find out that it's a double cheeseburger, a McAir.
Nice. Dude, those calls were so bad. When official Miami pages are liking guys' stories talking about how the game was rigged, that's how you know it's bad. Which is I had an official Miami fan page like my story, calling out their fans, and somebody shared a graphic. It was another crappy call. ACC. I hate my conference. I despise them. I would love for them to implode. Miami can go back to the Big East for all I care. The ACC has never treated us with any respect. They've always looked at other colleges. They play favorites, and it's why their conference is folding. And it's magnificent because, congratulations, you're going to have Virginia, Georgia Tech win or be in the final, and then they're both going to get absolutely railroaded by whoever they play. On the other hand, we've beaten 3 top 10 teams. But, we had 2 slip-ups because questionable, shitty calls by the refs. But whatever, I digress. Anywho's, so F the ACC refs till the day I die. They're the worst. I would literally spit in your face, Jalen Carter style. Anyway, speaking of the birds, the Jalen Phillips deal to me was just, I'm like, okay, Howie's cooking. And I said this to you, Matt, I think off air, and I said this to a couple of my coworkers who listen to the show. I didn't buy the Myles Garrett rumor. I said that was a smokescreen to drive down the price for another player. I said a Bradley Chubb, a Jalen Phillips, a Will McDonald. Like, it was going to be someone in that range. And now, we now know it was Jalen Phillips. Me, as a Hurricanes fan, I'm doing my happy dance because I'm like, yeah, my boy's coming to Philly. I was hype as hell because, like, you know, I watched him with him, Greg Rousseau, all these great Miami DNs, and we always pass on him every damn year, and it always kills me because it's like, I want my boys to play for my birds, but it was cool to see. Very happy to see Jalen Phillips coming to Philadelphia. I posted a story with Dreams and Nightmares in his bio. Like, yeah, he's going to fit in great here. Our producer has surfaced. Ladies and gentlemen, the great California man himself, Nate Wynn.
Hi, boss. I'm Matt. Good to see you guys. Happy Wednesday. I'll be straight up with you because I
Wednesday?
Matthew, Tuesday. Monday. Sorry. Happy Monday. I'll be straight up with you. I thought our show was at 7 p.m. Eastern, so I was on Madden, and I got the notification that we went live on Instagram. And I was like, oh, shit.
This is why you check the group chat, dog. We talk about 6:30. I was like,
I literally saw it. And then I just completely forgot. I was trying to rebuild the Giants after what was another disastrous loss last night against the Niners. So, yeah, you know, it's good to see you both. No thoughts on the Giants other than we suck. No changes are going to be made. Apparently, with defense, the deadline's tomorrow, but I doubt we're going to make any moves either. I'm hoping God's listening.
Missing another one.
You know, did I put him on my top 5 hated Giants, Matt?
No, I think you took. I don't think he did, Jared. Right? I don't think he included Graham Goodell.
He should though. He's a terrorist too, just like Shane Bowen. But
just like ACC referees.
Yep, he can join. They can join together in hell, boss. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, but it's fun. I'm excited to cheer on the LSU Tigers this week. For the first time, and yeah, almost went to the parade today too for the Dodgers with my best.
Yeah, I would have just been peeing on the sidewalk. Baseball's dead. Baseball is dead. I literally said this on Friday to Saturday my buddies. I was like, guys, baseball's dead. And
well,
they're
like, dead for now.
Well, no, it's dead because basically the Dodgers just ruined baseball. They basically said, hey, we can just pay with private equity to win every single game. You cannot compare them to the New York Yankees because the New York Yankees' entire pillar of the four-peat was off of homegrown talent like Jeter, Bernie Williams, Mariano Rivera, etc. Whereas the Dodgers have basically paid for their entire pitching staff and most of their star players. The Dodgers are the worst thing to happen to baseball since the Mitchell Report. There is nothing good that's come from this team. 95% of Major League Baseball fans despise the Dodgers. They swept the Ohtani thing under the rug to keep their golden boy alive. And now MLB is going to pay for it with a work stoppage next year because they need a freaking salary cap because private equity, once again, is ruining something great. This time it's backing the LA Dodgers, who just ruined baseball. To everyone who says I'm being a hater because I'm a Diamondbacks fan, oh, I totally hate the Dodgers because I'm a Diamondbacks fan. But also, I love baseball. The only thing I hate more in baseball than the Dodgers is analytics. And here's the problem. The Dodgers have basically found a way to break the system by overpaying for every single free agent, either from overseas or inbound, to weenies like Blake Snell. I hope you never win another ring again in your career. To guys like Freddie Freeman, I hate your agent. I don't hate you, buddy. To Shohei Ohtani, I despise you. I think you're a fraud. I think you sold your boy out for superstardom. That's just my opinion. There's so much sketchiness around that whole scandal, and the fact that you knew nothing about all the money going missing. I think that's bull. I think Rob Manfred sold his soul for the Dodgers, and now he's going to pay for it. So that's my cold hard truth about this. Because as a fan of a mid-market team who was just in the World Series 2 years ago, and watched basically money and paychecks win over strategy and talent. That's what happens. And unfortunately, I hope next year, like, the Dodgers just have the season from hell. not injury wise. They just, drop third strikes, errors in the outfield, like every possible like jinx possible for ruining the sport that I loved as a kid. Because right now, honestly, the LA Dodgers are worse for baseball than the Chiefs were for football. They are.
The Blue Jays lose.
Yeah, Matt, I was not happy about that. I was watching a couple of my buddies who are from Canada, and they were like irate. Vladdy Guerrero, that double in the 10th, I went ballistic. I was like, yes, just like his daddy. Let's go. I'm like getting all amped and stuff. And then they just could not punch it in. And then I watched Yoshi come in. I was like, son of a bitch. It was like when Mad Bum came in 2014 against the Royals. I was just like, well, that's over.
Cuzzo came through. It's love to see.
Yeah, I will burn any Dodgers apparel that's within my vicinity. One of my friends, Rebecca, she's a gym buddy of mine. She legit said to me, she wears Dodgers gear all the time. She goes, oh, it just looks cute. I'm like, you wear that shit in front of me. Like, it hurts my feelings, okay? And she goes, why? I'm like, it offends my soul. They're ruining the sport I love. See, like, thank God my girlfriend likes all Boston stuff. So it's like, it's just, you get what you get with Boston. They're just Boston. Okay, the Sox win a World Series. There's a funny parade. They have some weird gimmick, whether it's fried chicken and beer or the beards or whatever the hell it is. It's fine, right? But like the Dodgers are just everything that's wrong with baseball. That just sucks. That's why I'm mad.
The Blue Jays. Oh, sorry, Nate, you go first.
Oh no, go ahead, Matt. I was gonna pull up the thing you sent me, but go ahead. Yeah, you first.
Oh yeah, good. That's why I sent it. I was like, I knew he'll put it up if I just send it. The Blue Jays were the better team in this series.
Yeah,
it was just a team. They just knew how to put the ball in play. They didn't have to hit the big one every single time, even though they had Vladdy and they had Schneider and some other guys that would blast one out, Bichette. But they just had guys that were able to just put the ball in the play, get on base, score. And I think they were the better team in this series. Now the Dodgers didn't beat the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays beat the Blue Jays. Look at this right here. IKF was practically sitting on third base. On that play, you got to take a lead, man. If he that two steps down the line and he just hustled home when that ball was hit, that would have been a Blue Jays World Series right there.
I know. So my boy, who's not the biggest baseball guy in the world, he was in the Discord chat with me, and we were talking about it. And I said, listen, like, unfortunately, he took a crap lead, and that is going to haunt him because he needed at least 3 or 4 more steps. And I'll break this down for you video game nerds. In MLB The Show, you take a big-ass lead when you're on third base. Why? Because the pitchers never throw over to third base. If they do, because the prospect of them overthrowing means an instant run. So now I believe like it's 85% of the time they won't even step off. They'll just throw home. That dude should have taken like a 3 or 4 step lead and just gunned it the second that pitch came in. Because if the guy misses, oh my God, he gets caught in a rundown and there's a possibility of like him scoring. So to me, that's just bad base running. And as a team, a fan of a team with bad base running coaches all year, I get it, but that hurt on Saturday. See, I'm at the bar on Sunday. I'm out with my girlfriend and my boys, and we're all at the bar at a Halloween party or whatever. And I'm like looking on like the screen. We're like checking the screen to like watch the game. And I'm like, this is just not fun. Like it's like watching the Empire win in Star Wars. It's like watching like Mordor win Lord of the Rings. It's Slytherin and Harry Potter. It's like, dude, like this sucks. Like this is just depressing. At least when the Chiefs won, I got to laugh at the Niners for losing. Like that was the consolation prize. Like the Chiefs won. It's like, yay, the Niners lost. It's like, no, this just sucks. Like I like the Blue Jays. They're fun. I love them. I've been a fan of them back since I like Vernon Wells and Carlos Delgado. Like Joe Carter, like the Blue Jays. I played for the Blue Jays when I was in like Little League and stuff like that. They were fun. So it just sucks to me. I do miss the old school blue and black and blue jerseys from the early 2000s. Those were so clean. I'll put a bow on it. I cannot wait for next season. It might be our last for until 2028, but I don't care. I'll still enjoy it. Arizona already extended Lourdes Gurriel Jr. through 2026. So my boy's coming back for July off his ACL tear. Makes me happy. But yeah.
And
baseball's done.
out.
RIP.
Everybody has opted out. Alonso's opted out. Edwin Diaz has opted out.
Soon to be Diamondback Pete Alonso.
There was
I thought you want Goldschmidt.
Goldie will play first. Alonso play DH, or vice versa. I don't care.
Well,
because we're not bringing. Apparently we're not bringing back. We didn't really. We had a DH by committee this year. And I think a full time DH when we had one we had Josh Bell back in 2023 or 2024, and then 2023 I think we had who do we have in 2023? I think it was Longo was our. It was Longo. I can't remember. We had
out as well.
Soon to be New York Yankee Alex Bregman.
We'll see. They got to. There's a lot of holes to fill. You probably need another starter just because you're going to have Rodon's not going to be ready for the start of the year. So you probably need another starter. You need some bullpen. You're going to have to figure out what you want to do with the outfield.
Hey,
you can get.
I'll give you Zach Galen for a bag of beans.
Nah, well, all right. Well, if you just want a bag of beans, you want some bushes.
Yeah, bush beans works for me. Everyone always wonders though as a Diamondbacks why I shut on Zach Galen. It's like, dude, he's so nasty when he tries. It just always seems like he's only throwing half speed and he just never gets it right. His best game of his career was he had a no-hitter through 7 innings in the World Series 2 years ago and then just got shelled in 1 inning and our offense couldn't score because Nathan Uvalde was on a blow run. He was just unhittable. But I'm done with the dude.
I will say in the sense of Pete Alonso, this was probably the best year for him to opt out, besides having a very great season for himself. Vladdy got locked up. So there's no more Vladdy headlining free agency.
My dream of Vladdy playing in Arizona is dead, but it's okay.
He is the sole, I think, the top first baseman around. He's 31. He still has a good, say 6 to 8 years left in him.
Which is nuts because I remember his daddy playing. Like, that's like, it blows my mind that Vladdy Guerrero. Wait, no, Vladdy Guerrero is not 31.
No, I'm talking about Alonso.
Oh, I was going to say, Vladdy Guerrero's like 26.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Alonso.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to headline the first base free agency market this year since, what I was saying was that Vladdy got locked up, so there's no more him headlining it.
I was it's really Alonso. Yeah. Okay.
No, it's all Alonso and a bunch of guys that are going to be working on 1-year deals that had 1-year deals last year. So it's the best time for him. He had a great year, and it's the best time for him to opt out. He'll get the maximum amount of the money that he's going to go. I still give the Mets the favorite to bring him back, but I don't have that feeling that Stearns wants him back for what it's going to cost him. I have that feeling that Stearns is probably going to look elsewhere. Here we go. Pete Alonso, bullshit will have a great market.
That's out of date. Gurriel Jr. They picked up his his option.
Oh, there's a lot of
Gino coming back to Arizona for one more run. Bichette's interesting to me, and so is Grisham. I think that'd be interesting.
You got to add Bregman, Bellinger, Diaz, Jazz Chisholm on this list too.
Yeah, they all opted out. We'll talk more baseball. Obviously, winter meetings approaching in a few months, but we got so much football to talk about today.
Oh, we can go back to Ian Phillips.
Wild game yesterday. Can we just talk about Bengals and Bears for like 2 minutes? Maybe my favorite game I've watched on Red Zone in probably years. That was pure dopamine to the brain of football. I had no skin in that game. I did not care who won. I was just there for a good time, not a long time. And when Loveland got loose, I was like, oh my God. I was losing my mind. I was like, no, this is crazy. For those of you who don't know, the Bengals both put up 40. The Bengals have this miracle comeback. They put up 4. Was it Nate? Was it 14 unanswered or 21 unanswered?
Oh, you're muted.
Sorry. I was checking everything right now for you, boss.
It was either 21 or 14 unanswered.
The Bengals or Chicago?
Bengals versus the Bears. I think when the Bengals came back, it was 14 unanswered or 21 unanswered or something like that.
Yeah, so it was 41-27, I think it was.
Yeah, then they took that Tremaine Edmonds pick 6 off the board, and that's when everything flipped.
Yep. It was 15 unanswered then, because they did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the Bengals just started gripping and ripping. Joey Flax just launching nukes, man. And then out of nowhere, the Caleb Williams and the offense start ripping. Caleb Williams, honestly, listen, the acrylic assassin, I got to give the dude credit. He played sensational in that fourth quarter. I was very impressed. I genuinely, I really am just kind of sitting here like, this is sensational stuff. Like, I really enjoy watching that good quarterback play. And as somebody who's been a critic of Caleb Williams for years, as you guys both know, I was very impressed. I was like, I'm going to eat crow on this. This kid looks great. He made all the big throws. This is Oklahoma Caleb Williams. This is not USC. This is Oklahoma Caleb Williams. This is before all the superstar and the pink phone, the pretty nails, all that stuff. Like, this kid is slinging the rock, and he's moving the football down the field, and he made a big-time throw. And shout out to Colson Loveland, who almost left the game with an injury, comes back in and rips a game-stealing touchdown. That's peak football right there. So that wasn't even a game we covered. We got to talk about all the other games we covered, because I swear to God, this six-pack this week was bullshit.
This game was insane. One, you had 4 different players attempt to throw a pass for the Bears alone. Caleb Williams, Tyson Bagent, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet all had at least one passing attempt. 4 different passers in that game. Then they had Kyle Monungai. Came in on a late scratch on DeAndre Swift. He had 176 yards on 26 carries. He also had 22 receiving yards. So this man had 198 yards to himself that game. That's usually more than sometimes what the Jets will get. That is insane right there. Joe Flacco is like an ageless wonder. 40 years old. He's averaging 40 passing attempts a game, I feel like. I feel like every single time you could probably just take the over on his passing attempts every single time and it'll hit. I think the last time I did it, I took over 36.5 and he had 45. He had 47 on this one, 470, which is insane. Joe Flacco, 470. He had those 2 picks. He had the 4 touchdowns, though. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase both had great games. It was like that Chase Brown post-game press conference when he said all they needed was one effing stop on the defense. They couldn't get it to him. Colson Loveland's touchdown run at the end of that game, they should have had him blown up right there. Obviously, it would have been a first, but they should have had him stopped right there.
It was bad tackling, and they knew it.
It's not even like tackling. These guys these days just go for the hit. They don't even try and wrap you up.
Which is wild, because in a league where they penalize you for hitting, it's like, why attempt it? I don't know. It was a weird...
easily probably the best game of the week.
Yeah, totally. We got to do 6-pack review. We all took one on the chin this week. Pending the result of Dallas and Arizona, I'm right on Nate and Brian's tail right now.
Yes, you are.
I believe who took everyone. I know Matt took Dallas. Nate, you took Dallas as well, or Arizona?
Nope, I took Dallas.
You took Cowgirls? Okay. Did Brian take? And Brian took Arizona with me.
He also, I believe, if I could check my phone right now, if that's okay with you.
You're good. You're good, buddy. You're our tech guy. You do whatever the hell you need.
Yay. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he took Cardinals.
So I have a chance to tie with Brian. Perfect.
By the way, Jacoby
Brissett started. You are tied.
Bro, I was so hyped when Kyler Murray announced he wasn't playing. I went and scooped up Jacoby Brissett like that minute, like on Sleeper for my fan. Because
Jacoby Brissett's not a bad quarterback.
Dude, he's not. And with the amount of weapons that Arizona offense has, he'll put up 20 fantasy points. I need 16 to win. I'll take 20, Jacoby.
Jacoby Brissett's kind of like watching Jameis Winston play without the amount of interceptions.
He's Jameis Winston with a break.
Yeah.
He's like
Jameis Winston with 20/20 vision.
Yeah. Jameis Winston without funny quotes.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a clip circulating right now. I was gonna send it around to like y'all, my girl, all my friends. Cause I was like, dude, no, we're almost at Christmas and snow football, which is like my favorite time of year. Like, I'm so thankful Halloween's over. I cannot stand that holiday. I actually had a great time this year, but like usually like Halloween team's like, oh yay, Halloween, woo! It's like it was actually kind of had a blast this year, but it was like, I don't know. I'm just ready for Thanksgiving, man. I'm ready for my 3-leg parlay that's gonna die after the opening game of the Lions somehow blow the lead. Speaking of the Lions, Speaking of the Lions, yo, Jared, what the shit, man? It's not even in a 6-pack. We didn't even put it in.
We did not put it in a 6-pack. Remember, because
we all picked it on the belly.
Oh yeah, that's right. For the belly up thing. I knew we were screwed at that point.
Yeah,
you know what the worst part is?
You
know what the worst part about this is? Is like I sat there watching this game like hate watching. I'm like, JJ McCarthy shredding your defense. You bums, you loses. Damn, I was awful this week. I literally. So full disclosure, I had my because my betting was so bad last couple weeks. I had my girlfriend help me pick my games. We did by committee. So her choice. So she did okay, but she said Steelers. I said Colts. I went with Colts. She made fun of me for it. Yeah, I should have listened to her. I you know what? Got to give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay, she got me. I told her, I'm like, listen, Colts lost, and she's like, should have listened to me. I'm like, yeah, babe, I should have. I'm sorry, I should have. I was right about Bills Chiefs though, so I got that lick back a little bit. Even though I took the Chiefs, I was a little pissed about that. But you know what? They lost for the greater good. And then I sent that video to y'all about teams have better records than the Chiefs, dancing to Marky Mark, which was just great. Because real football is back. Also, can I just say something? Can we stop? Like, listen, I feel awful for Jaden Daniels. I really do. The poor kid. It is just rough. Dan Quinn, I think he's one of the better coaches in this league. I think he's a great dude, great coach, great defensive mind, dude. This has accidental Shanahan written all over it. Am I wrong here though? Like, am I off base? Like, dude, like he shouldn't have been out there. I had the game on my phone. I was watching something else and I got sent the video and I'm sitting there like, holy crap. Because I saw the video at maybe 1:00 in the morning when I was able to check my phone. And I was watching the game tape this morning before I went to work. And I'm just like, oh my God, I feel so bad for Jaden. Like, the poor dude doesn't deserve this. And the worst part about it is that we're talking about this kid now. His arm looks like the wacky inflatable thing from Family Guy. Like, it's awful. Like, thank God it's his non-throwing arm. He plays for a rival team, and I love Jaden Daniels. I think he's so much fun for football. And
Nate, whatever you're doing, don't do it. Don't put it on the screen.
I'm not.
Please, Nate.
No,
Nate,
no,
God, I'm not trying to puke tonight. I had to watch a horror movie last night with like cannibalism, and it was wrong as hell.
He had that look on his face that he was doing some research.
No, listen.
This is why you and me have been friends for so long. You read my mind.
No, no lie. I'm surprised that you knew what I was doing, but also there's a report earlier that I saw that I don't know how accurate it was, but I followed this doctor before. And then he said it was like a 4 to 6 week recovery period, but I'm just like, I don't know about how accurate that is.
Bro, he's done for the year. They're gonna be eliminated from playoffs because Mariota's booty cheeks.
Oh yeah, they already said that they're gonna the fire sale started already, so they're listening to teams who call in. So
the Jade. So crazy thing about the Daniels thing is I saw I think it was on X or something that they said the Jaden Daniels injury and the RG3 injury it happened on like the same field, same week, same down against the same team. Bobby Wagner was there for both of them. Mm-hmm. Like it was just one of those like Joe Theismann, Alex Smith type things. Actually, that's actually kind of crazy how that happened. And then also you got a 2.0 with RG3 and
dude,
Daniels.
The
different injuries, but
I feel so bad for the kid. So let me just say this. I think the lack of consistency in winning and losing for predicting games for all of us. Because Matt, let's be honest. Matt, what's the best you shot this year? 5 of 7? Maybe?
Yeah, probably.
I think my best week was 5 of 7.
It's not gonna play. I'm not gonna play the video, but this is what Matt.
Yeah, I know. It's where it happens in the field and everything else. It's like, dude, like what the shit?
It's crazy.
I know.
That's all.
Wild stuff, man. But like, dude, like nobody's nailing parlays this year. This has been the most out of control football season of all time.
Hey, shout out to Sam Darnold though. Much respect. Hey,
Dude,
JSN is a top 5 wide.
Sammy Darnold, man. I am so happy for this guy because he puts up a season for the ages. And the dumbest organization in football, the Vikings, run by the dumbest ownership in the world, the Wolf family, send him off. They say, hey, JJ McCarthy's our guy. Yeah, he beat the Lions, but it was a fluke. Let's see him do that again in about 4 weeks when they have to play again. Darnold's going to probably be an MVP contender. JSN is having the greatest receiver season or breakout receiver season we've seen since like DK and AJ Brown in like 2020. I'm telling you right now, like this Seattle team is a threat in the NFC. I think they're going to win the West. I was all Rams all day, all since the start of the season. Bro, they are a different breed. Like their defense is disgusting and they can score points at will. So yes, is this the odds right now?
These are the odds as we speak, boss.
Okay, this is why I can't take it seriously. The top two shouldn't be there. Matthew Stafford should listen. It should be Baker, Drake May, Sam Darnold, and then I'll throw in Jonathan Taylor, and that's it. Like I love that Jalen Hurts up there, but him, Matthew Stafford, Mahomes, Allen, they don't deserve it.
Yeah,
MVP is a joke in the NFL. It's the most unfortunate thing. The Offensive Player of the Year award, honestly, is the real MVP award trophy to me.
I can't wait to talk about the Vikings and Colts game because.
You mean the Colts?
I mean, Colts and Steelers because. Just saying.
I went dressed as Indiana Jones on Halloween. I was not happy, okay? It was pissing me off. I saw Daniel Jones looked like New York Giants Daniel Jones. I was
just like we expected.
No, Nathan, this was bad, okay? The Colts were fun. The Colts were fun. Stop being a bitter ex-girlfriend.
All those Colts fans were like, "Oh my God! All you needed was a better team." No,
Nathan,
listen,
you're being a bitter ex-girlfriend.
No, listen, I'm not bitter. I'm fine with my quarterback. But I'm saying this though, for everyone was like, "Oh my God, the Giants ruined him." Okay, sure, but do you see why we moved on? Because there was gonna be a time this season, right, where it's like, okay, a defense figures it out. It's always he's a first read guy. If his first read ain't there, God forbid he's going to scramble or I don't know what he does some dumb crap. And we saw on Sunday he had 5 turnovers, 2 fumbles, 3 picks. One of them, I can't pull up the clip for due to copyright reasons, but there was an interception where he threw it right directly to the defender. I'm telling you, this could be the start. Man, I'm not trying to overreact, but like this could be the start of like him going back to what he used to be.
I love you, buddy.
I don't think that's what's going
to it's you're reaching. You are reaching.
Okay. No, if I reach and I reach.
Hey, you were reaching like the damn teams against the tush push. You are reaching, bro.
The tush push. No, the tush push is getting banned for sure. You got to admit. I'm not trying to be salty, but that's getting banned.
You know what the worst part is? We're not even the team who uses it the most anymore. You know who's the team who uses it the most now?
Who?
The Buffalo Bills. They have more touchdowns, more attempts, and more successes with it.
They call it. So
yeah, they do use it a lot.
Yeah, the Bills use it 3 or 4 times a game. Philly hasn't used. They used it once against the Giants. I think 4 times against the Broncos, and then what? Philadelphia's only used it about a percentage of what they used it the year before. The Bills have actually scored more touchdowns on it and have also like utilized it more on 4th downs. Philadelphia's beaten teams by passing and running the football, and that it's just because Philadelphia was the best at it. That's why it was kind of like the whole.
They call it the buff punch. Completely made it up.
What's it called?
What?
Yeah, I made it up. I was like, they call it the buff punch.
Hey,
made it up. But hey, give me a better one. I don't know. We're gonna. Never mind.
Dude, I can't with y'all, man.
It's very possible that you are correct, Nate, as somebody that has watched Daniel Jones for like 5 years. So, you do have a little bit of an expertise in this realm. I don't think he's going to regress like going forward for the rest of his time there. He's been playing great. He's been playing fantastic. Every quarterback's going to have that really bad game. And I think this was just one of those just bad games that everybody has every now and then, no matter the team you play. But I think it'll be fine. I got to see who their upcoming schedule of teams are going to be.
Yeah, they have the Falcons. They have the Falcons, and they have a bye week. And then I think the Colts game is in what's that the country overseas? I don't freaking know.
Oh, Germany or something, or
Berlin. My apologies.
Yes. Okay. You have two options here. You have the country that started some world wars, or you have the country that had a couple civil wars.
Yeah, they got Atlanta. They're their designated home team. They got a bye. They got KC, Houston, Jacksonville, Seattle, SF, Jacksonville, Houston. The schedule looks pretty easy, but those divisional games are going to be very key because when it comes to divisional games, as they all say, you could throw the records out the window. So
it's a 50-50 schedule. Like you could say you're going to split with the Texans to be safe. You could say you split with the Jags to be safe. So there's 2 wins. I think they would beat the Falcons.
They're not beating the Chiefs in Arrowhead. Just Jones.
No, but I'm saying like
honestly,
I see at least.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the game in 2 minutes though, but like I'm not afraid of the Chiefs anymore. Okay, they had a couple funny wins. They needed the refs to bail them out against the freaking Lions, and they lost to the Jaguars, who almost lost to the Raiders. Like, or wait, who won that game? I left mid-game. Who won that?
I believe the Jaguars did. I think I didn't see the game.
Almost lost the Raiders. Let's all pump the brakes right here on the Chiefs in Arrowhead. That the mystique is gone. They can't like the Bills figured out how to beat them without a primary weapon. I'm trying to find the correct words to word this. This is not your daddy's NFL. This is not your typical NFL season. Okay. Well, let's go down the list right now. Both sides of the pile. So AFC East is going to be the Bills and the Patriots. Both teams are going to make the playoffs. In what order, we do not know, but it's the Bills and the Patriots. Then we go to the North. It is the Steelers' division to lose. Baltimore may make a playoff run, but I doubt it because honestly, they can't stop a cold, much less a defense. I mean, an offense. Then out west, it's Denver and it's Los Angeles and KC all fighting for a playoff berth. And my buddy Ryan, who listens to the show, shout out, literally texted me, dude, if the season ended today, KC misses the playoffs. What a day to be alive. I'm like, yes, sir. And so then in the South, you have the Colts and the Jags. There is a lot of moving parts here. Okay? A lot of moving parts. And then we go to the NFC. Let's break that down, right? Philadelphia, Tampa, Seattle, Green Bay, Los Angeles. Somehow San Francisco's hang on there, so congrats, San Fran. Detroit and Chicago and Carolina are still all in it. It is a lot of moving parts here. I don't count Minnesota, Dallas, Atlanta, Washington. Once you get past Carolina, I don't think those teams are really going to have a shot. Dallas can't stop anybody. I think, honestly, Dallas might lose tonight to Arizona. And the Minnesota Vikings are a garbage can franchise, and they get lucky with their wins. But Chicago's hanging in there. You have the Panthers. Like, this is a very competitive season. Okay, so there's no give or take. Like, somehow Philadelphia's in first place in the NFC, and I'm just like, and I was told, listen, I had to listen to all week how we were going to lose to the Green Bay Packers, who lost to the Panthers. Okay, this is why this season is amazing, because there's a very realistic shot. Eagles and Packers next Monday night could go down to the wire, and who gets the game-winning picks interception? Jair Alexander. It is a very real possibility. Okay, so this is like one of the greatest football seasons of all time because the drama, the storylines, everything. It sucks all the injuries, but my whole point of this whole giant caboodle is that it's been amazing this season. It sucks for like the guys like Scadaboo, Daniels, and Bosa and all these guys who are going down like flies. But this has been a phenomenal year, and I think we really understand. This is why this is the most parity we've had. And what makes it even better is I was talking to somebody the other day, and I said, I think everyone's got to remember something. Actually, it was my girl. She was talking about the Celtics. She's a big Celtics fan, as you guys know. And she was talking about how the Celtics were like the big bad wolf, and they were just so good, they kind of just steamrolled teams and won a title. I said, yeah. Well, Philadelphia last year, that was them. You couldn't rig a game against them because they were just better than you, right? So what does Ty Roseman do? He goes and gets this. And the Jalen Phillips move today, and Jair and Michael Carter and Brandon Graham, I was like, okay, yeah, Philly wants to punch everyone in the mouth and make it their problem. So it's going to be a very fun back half of the season. I believe trade deadline's tomorrow, 4 p.m. Nate, any big other rumors we've seen besides Jerry Jones talking about selling oil?
It's literally just Dallas keeping the headlines out right now. Mozzie Smith was made inactive today, so he's a name to watch from the Cowboys side again.
I forgot about him.
I remember Cowboys fans said he was going to be better than Jalen Carter, and I started crying.
There was that thing that I sent, I think, in the chat today about how Jerry Jones said that they made a deal, like a significant trade, and that he was keeping it under wraps or whatever it was, or wasn't releasing it. And there was one that came out that said that they were talking with the Raiders and the Bengals about Hendrickson and Crosby. And then Crosby put something out 23 hours ago as a tweet that said, Raider Nation, I love y'all with everything in my heart and soul. Y'all deserve better. Stay as one. It will change. What got me was it was an eagle emoji, then a black heart. And I'm like, ooh. But then that was Jalen Phillips already went there.
Yeah.
So it's not that. But now everybody's saying that it's Max Crosby who's going to be a Cowboy.
God, if Max Crosby's a Cowboy, I'm gonna peel my eyeballs.
Obviously speculation, but
Commanders open to trading several players, including Andrew Wiley and Nick Allegretti.
Who?
This is Dylan Gabriel remain the starting quarterback for the Browns. That's not I know.
Certified Shedeur hater right here.
Dolphins opened to trading Minka
Fitzpatrick. Yeah, I heard this already.
And Bengals are asking for a first-round pick for any deal involving Trey Hendrickson. That's all I got for you.
They're not going to get. He's 31 or 32 years old. It's not going to happen. But then again, the Bengals are run by morons. So
somebody also tweeted on October 19th of this year, can the Bears trade Rome Odunze to a team that will actually throw to him? And then 2 hours ago, I believe it was his brother retweeted it with the I don't know what the emoji is, but it's like the target emoji, like where it's like the on a stick, like the location, and as if he was probably saying like on point right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's not going to get moved, but they're not going to be selling when they're in the position that they're in. Yeah, that one. Yeah, you're not selling Odunze.
Yeah, it's just like the problem is it's like they have such a weird offense, and they have 4 receivers who can get 10 catches a game.
It's like when the Jets were 5-2 a handful of years ago, and Elijah Moore was like, "I want out." I'm like, "Buddy, you're not going anywhere. We're 5-2. You're staying."
And now he plays for the Browns.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything with his career.
This is funny. So the Bears scored 47 points today. Correct. And Rome Odunze didn't get 1 catch. That's correct. He's on your fantasy team. That's right, dude.
Yeah, that's funny. Dude, Caleb Williams had 22 receiving yards. That's 22 more than he had.
Dude, I had DJ Moore in 3 of my 4 teams, man. I'm like a passing touchdown, a receiving touchdown. I'm like fist pumping. I'm like, DJ! Dude, I've been waiting for him to pop off all year, and he went off in a week I needed him, and I won in both leagues I started him. I was like, yeah, buddy! Oh my God, I was so happy. All right. We got to talk some college.
We do.
Shout out to my lady. She predicted this one correctly. I was all on the Dylan Raiola train, and she goes, I like USC here. And I went and started looking at it. I was like, she's right. USC is unbeatable against unranked opponents, but always loses to ranked opponents under who's their head coach right now? Quarterback guru.
Riley?
Lincoln Riley. News began with an L. See what I did there? He always takes an L to ranked opponents. Anyway, so Nebraska, obviously not ranked. USC wins. This game, this was not a good upset pick. I should have known better. I put my hope in Cincinnati, and it was not good. Utah, even with a backup quarterback, is a better team than Cincy. I will just leave it at that. This game, greatest backdoor cover of all time. And also, shout out to Arch, man, having a great revival. I'm so, you know what? He's now cost me 2 games in a row. See what I did there? He's cost me 2 games in the 6-pack in the last 3 weeks. But you know what? I'm so happy for the kid. It's like a great consolation for us. Again, we lost, but like Arch is playing great. I feel horrible for the guy. He's got a famous last name, royalty in football, and then he like is stuck with this moniker of like, I have to be this elite all-world talent. And he's just a 20-year-old kid, man. And he beat Vanderbilt. And can we shut about Diego Pavia finally? Good Lord.
I don't know if it was maybe the concussion protocol Arch was in, kind of just reworked his brain and everything, because he looked great that game. He looked a whole. I mean, shout out to Vandy for covering, because that helped me out with some FanDuel stuff. But he played great, and I still think that despite whatever they do, even if they get to the playoffs, whatever they do, he needs to go back to school. I think he could benefit for one more year at Texas. But even Pavia, I got to give him some credit. He fought. He's got a lot of heart. That guy does not give up until that clock runs out. So I shout out to them. But Arch looked great. Sarkisian's got a good one with him if they could just keep building on that performance. I hate how Jerry Jones has me refreshing Twitter every 5 seconds, because if you go on Twitter,
I know. I had a Cowboys, a buddy of mine was a Cowboys fan. He's watching the show. He just texted me. He goes, he's talking about, he's doing the same thing. And I said, listen, brother, I don't think it's going to happen. I think y'all are kind of screwed. And he goes, what do you mean? I'm like, they're going to go get like Jonathan Mims again or some shit. Or Jonathan Mingo. It's going to be some random player.
Like one MLF football says they're the favorites to land Quinnen Williams, and then Dove says it's Hendrickson, and then somebody else says it's Crosby.
It's gonna be like they're gonna go get like Arthur. What's his freaking name? Just they're gonna go get like some washed tackle from like the
they're gonna get like Jadeveon Clowney.
According to Polymarket Football, the mystery player that it's Polymarket. If they're like
They have like weird insider information, and they sometimes nail it. They're a weird.
Am I going to be upset about this?
Actually, no. The mystery player that Jerry Jones hinted at is believed to be Dolphin safety Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Ooh, interesting. It won't. Their corners are still idiots. I mean, they might actually stop somebody finally, but I swear to God, the amount of talent and ball skills Bland and Diggs have for the amount of lack of consistency is hilarious. But boys, we didn't talk about one part of it's not part of the 6-pack, but it's a game where we watched history get made yesterday. Shout out to kickers, baby. Cam Little, 68 effing yards. I was so amped for him. He now holds the regular season and preseason record for distance for field goals. That's awesome. I love it. Shout out to Cam Little, man. Has an absolute howitzer for a leg.
His last name is maybe Little, but he has a big leg.
Amen, brother.
Amen. What?
That's like no Diddy.
What? What if his third?
No Diddy. Okay. Wait, yeah, I gotta say no Diddy.
What if I don't say no Diddy?
Well, then it's Diddy.
Well, hey, I've always been suspect on this show, so what changes, you know?
In literary intro, Nate goes, I'm doing Spiegel things for a giant Super Bowl.
I sure will. My God, you see my teams? Holy crap.
That's just bad picking, man.
I know. I kind of, I was thinking about this morning. Like, I low-key wish I could go back in time as a kid and choose like the Patriots or something. I ain't gonna lie.
Or you could be like a Rams fan. You would have had a 2021 title.
No, I'm good.
Even though that title felt like so bought. It was like, oh yeah, we got Stafford for 1 year, wins the title. It's like, oh yeah, we got this. It was like, oh, this is kind of depressing.
It's okay. The day that
also McVay's such a whiny little bitch, and I'll tell it to his face. Listen, I think he's one of the smartest football minds of all time, but dude, I cannot stand how he whines on the sideline. I really can't.
Yeah. Rah, Rams house. Whose house? Rams house.
Maxwell House. Roadhouse.
Oh my god, I love that. I love the Family Guy scene. Roadhouse.
Dude, honestly, if I need a just chill thing to watch, the Family Guy always hits. It never misses. All right.
Oh, we got 2 things. Can I mention real quick, boss, if that's okay?
Go for it. Grip and rip it, baby. Let's go.
Titans are trading D-tackle Draymond Jones to the Ravens.
Ooh, okay. So they're okay.
They're selling for sure.
Okay, well, we knew the Titans were selling, but Ravens buying, really? They must really think they can make a run in the division. They must really not respect Pittsburgh at all.
And what was the other one? Player, Frankie Louvu, was just suspended without pay for 1 game for repeated violations.
Yes! Screw you, Frankie! Screw you! I effing hate that guy.
Come on, he's fun to watch. He just jumped over the lineman. It's
Dude,
fine.
he literally took a cheap. He's the reason why Jalen Hurts. I didn't win the fantasy playoffs last year because he concussed Jalen Hurts on a cheap shot that the refs didn't call. I have my rants about this, but it gets a little political, so I'll talk about it later. But off air. But the Frankie Louvu cheap shot against the Commanders last year broke me mentally. So we'll go back to this. Speaking of the Cowgirls, they play the Cardinals tonight. Jacoby Brissett is starting. Guys, I was so excited. I didn't have to start Tyler Shuck in fantasy this week. I was able to drop him and pick up Jacoby Brissett because my starting quarterback obviously is Jalen Hurts, and I did the very smart thing of load up my bench and only have 1 starting quarterback because I was not going to not start Jalen. There's no other good quarterbacks available. My backup at one point was Geno Smith, so I thought Geno would have a good year in Las Vegas. I was wrong. So I dropped him, picked up another running back I picked up Troy Franklin, who won me my league last week. Shout out Troy. So now I have Jacoby Brissett starting tonight. I'm down 16 points, and I need 16.5 to win. He's projected for 16.7. Who's ready for some football?
I mean, I think that's a pretty safe. I think that's very doable. I mean, like you said, the Cowboys defense isn't good. They give up especially a whole lot of rushing yards. I was just looking it up because I have Bam Knight in for this game. I believe the stat this morning was they give up around 146 rushing yards. I think we're like a game.
Yeah,
it's bad. The defense is bad, even in the air. They can't stop anything. So I think Jacoby Brissett, guys like Bam Knight, they should all have big games. And it'll probably be Trey McBride because they don't, for some reason, Marvin Harrison must have messed with John Gannon.
He pressed up with John Gannon. It's the same shit with Trevion Henderson. We're like, well, how does he not get playing time?
He did something because they don't want to use him.
I know. I swear to God, some of these coaches make no sense in fantasy. I swear to God, they're worse than Arthur Smith. All right.
This game is going to be exactly like what we said about the Ravens and Miami. We said that game was either going to be high scoring or it was going to be very one-sided. This is what this game is going to be. It's either going to be a high scoring game or it's going to be one-sided because you got both mediocre defenses that can't stop anything. And you got 2 offenses where Dallas has a very high-powered offense and Jacoby Brissett just kind of moves the ball down the field a lot better than Kyler Murray.
I like Brissett a lot. I'm actually looking forward to watching this game tonight. I think it's going to be a lot of scoring. First touchdown predictions, boys. We'll go around the horn here. I'm not going to reach out to our first touchdown predictor guy because he's busy tonight. Give
Bam
me...
Knight.
Ooh, Bam. I like Bam Knight. Okay. Nate, who's your first touchdown prediction tonight? I'll go Maserati Marv while Nate's figuring out his life.
Who are you going?
Nate, who's your first touchdown prediction? You're muted. Do.
If Nate doesn't give it us in 5 seconds, it's going to be Mari DiMercato.
I can't hear you, dog. You're muted. Oh, he's on the phone. All right. He's going to try it again. I'm going Maserati Marv. I think Brissett actually likes targeting him a lot. Another sneaky one, Greg Dortch. Love me some Greg Dortch.
Hello.
Hey, buddy, who's your first touchdown prediction tonight?
Hi. I hate never use PCs. They're trash. Holy crap.
Gee, shocker. Continue.
Me Cavante Turpin.
Wow. Kick
like
return touchdown or maybe like a slot gadget play.
Yeah,
I like
little screen pass. Oh, wow. And then that's it. Easy.
My bad. If I was going to do a Cowboy, though, I would say George Pickens first touchdown.
Okay, if I want to be serious, just give me Jake Ferg. In all seriousness, give me Jake
Ferg. Ferg. Yeah, listen, talk about a dude proposes to a Cavender twin and becomes a better player. The other one gets a public breakup and becomes a better quarterback up until last week. Carson back. So
how do you even feel about them? Like you haven't talked about them today. Like how do you even feel? Like seriously, I'm not trying to be funny, but like how do you feel?
The season's not over. And we got effed by the refs, like bent over the table, and it wasn't consensual kind of thing. But it was just like, dude, like what the hell? Like, we played like
3.
2. We played like crap.
Okay.
We should have won the game. Like we literally were put in multiple positions to win the game, and we made the right play, and the refs then said, nope, that's not. Like first play of the second half, Ruben Bain strip sacks Jennings. It's a clear fumble. ACC broadcast, nope, incomplete pass. It's like. They didn't even like review it. They literally looked at half the field. I'm like, yeah, this is rigged. All right. The second I watched that, I'm like, we're screwed. The ACC, I hate you more than any other organization in football or organized college football. I think you are a garbage and corrupt organization in conference. I cannot wait for my Hurricanes to leave you guys in the dust for the ACC or the Big East or, hell, the Big Ten for all I care. You guys suck, and I hope your management all dies alone.
Are you ready for Syracuse?
I want to burn that place to the ground. So yes, I told my girlfriend just check in on me periodically on Saturday afternoon because I might be starting a war parade to march up to Syracuse and burn it to the ground.
Well, you're playing at home, so I mean,
I don't care. I want to burn it to the ground.
You can't burn Miami.
Justice for Cam Ward.
Why?
Because Cam Ward deserved to go to the playoff.
But you can't. But you're playing at home. Why would you burn your own field?
No, we're burning Syracuse to the ground.
Yeah, but I was thinking because you guys.
I will raid it anyway.
Oh, got it. Thank you for
clarifying. We're gonna win at home, and then we're gonna burn their place.
Got you. Shout out to the Carrier Dome.
Scorched earth, Nathan. Scorched earth. All right, Natty, it is time. All right, we already have our predictions. All right, Matt and Nate obviously took the Cowboys. I am still sticking with the Cardinals. I think Jacoby Brissett's gonna be fun tonight. Matt, it's time for cut 5, keep 3. Nathan, can we agree 2 of our 3 are Jalen Carter and your boy Sexy Dexy?
If it is not this year so far, but for Lawrence, but sure. Jalen Carter, yes. Dexter Lawrence, I'm very.
It's let's be honest. It's Dexy and Lawrence. Let's keep those 2. We can leave third up to interpretation.
If it's Chris Jones, I'm saying yes, by the way.
But no, he's washed.
It's better than Dexter Lawrence this year, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but that's not saying much then because Chris Jones has been a useless waste of space and overpaid contract. Matthew, let's have some names.
Let's have fun.
All right.
By the way, keep 3, cut 5, presented by our friends over at Righteous Felon. Promo code Belly 15. Belly Up for 15% off your purchase at checkout. Best meat snacks on the market. Go check them all out. They're in local gas stations now, Stop and Shops. Like these boys are moving work. So congratulations, boys. Great company, great customer service, great product. Let's go, Matt.
All right. Keep 3, cut 5 defensive tackles. We're starting out hot. Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah. Grip and rip it. Sexy Dexy. He's in. Listen, he's having a down year. It's fine. Talent is talent. He's been consistently a top 5 D tackle for the past 5 years.
I hate my team, but yeah, let's put him in there. Sorry.
I have my 3 in my head already, so.
Yeah, I got you, boss.
Let's go Chris Jones.
No.
Nah, unfortunately.
2 years ago, yes. Problem is, he's a fat cat. He's gotten paid. He's gotten a Super Bowls. He doesn't care anymore. I watched him, that Trevor Lawrence touchdown when he stumbled into the end zone. I watched him walk to try to make that tackle. No.
His combine video will always be funny, though. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah, well.
All right. Let's go next. Right, we're going with your boy, Jalen Carter.
The most physically gifted defensive tackle in probably the last 5 years. His pro comp was a stronger Warren Sapp. Yeah, give me Jalen Carter. He'll be better than Dexter Lawrence by the next year. His biggest problem is his own temper.
Yeah, he's annoying as hell to play against. That's the thing. So that's why
he's the best. He's the most talented tackle in football. Yeah, Jalen Carter, no doubt.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're keeping Jalen Carter. We're keeping Dexter Lawrence. We're cutting Chris Jones, who maybe a year or so ago this would have been very different.
I think we still would have had the top three. We swapped out our guy for Jones.
All right. So you got one more keep. You got a bunch of cuts left. The next one up is going to be from the Baltimore Ravens, Nnamdi Madubuike.
Ooh.
No, but close. I like him a lot. I think he's a very fun player. I think he's really good against both the run and the pass. The biggest issue right now is though the Baltimore defense looks awful this year, and he's not helping.
That is fair. Nate, you concur?
I concur as well.
All right. So we're cutting Nnamdi. We're cutting Chris Jones. We're keeping Lawrence and Jalen Carter. Next up, we have mine and Nate's old friend, Leonard Williams.
Oh, I love that guy. But
no.
He's not top 3, but I love him.
No, but he's not bad. He's solid. He's like a solid B plus A minus player.
I miss him so much.
If you need somebody to stop the run, he's not going to get like a bunch of sacks, but he could pressure a quarterback.
He's a great four technique edge rusher.
Yeah. All right. Respectable cut right there. Next up, Vita Vea.
Oh, fudge.
Yeah, I got to go Vita.
Me too.
I'm gonna jump the gun here.
Yeah,
Vita Vea is the one defensive tackle in this league that I am like, crap. He stuffs a hole. He will stop the run. He can rush the passer. He also doesn't wear jack on his arms or hands or anything.
It's just
dude, he is so good for so long. The Buccaneers have had this guy, and he's the definition of consistency. He's this generation's Haloti Ngata. He is just better than everyone else around him. So yeah, he's my third.
I agree. When he is healthy and he is on the field, he is a unstoppable force. All right, so
I was going to say immovable object. Jalen Carter's more of an unstoppable force.
Your 3 keeps: Dexter Lawrence, Jalen Carter, Vita Vea. Your cuts: Chris Jones, Nnamdi Madubuike, Leonard Williams, which means you have 2 guys left. Both of them you have to cut.
Yeah. Okay.
The next one that you were cutting is Jeffrey Simmons.
Great rusher, but sucks against the run.
Top 5.
Or not great, not top 10 against the run.
He's top 5.
This one, I think, this one's a big one. It's my guy, Big Q, Quinn Williams.
Health is the issue. It's like,
but
I know he's healthy. It's the thing is with like Vea and Williams, I can coin flip them, but I would take Jalen Carter or both of them. I'd take Dexter Lawrence or both. I think the problem with Williams is just like, I don't know. It's like, damn. He's a great talent, but the problem is he's on a bad defense, so it looks like he's like a defense that struggles sometimes. He gets exposed because he's only one guy.
He gets double teamed a lot, but like you said, you're on a defense on a bad team right now. You kind of get overlooked.
There's a difference though. Like it's like Quinn Williams, I always liked a lot, but I always thought he was a solid. Like his tier was an A- at his ceiling. Whereas like I look at a guy like Jalen Carter, Dexter Lawrence, they can get double teamed on a bad team or a good team and still make a play. And it's like the whole like it's like what separates them, like the guys like Fletcher Cox and Aaron Donald when we were younger, who were like the 2 premier D tackles for a decade, right? And what made them better was Fletcher Cox could beat a double team every time. So could Aaron Donald. They do it 2 different ways, but they do it. I think that's the difference. Whereas like Quinn Williams, he's great, right? He's a top 5 D tackle in the league, but I don't put him in top 3. That's the issue.
It's fair. After this season, too, I know he's not in the top 3. He was in the top 3 about a year or so ago, but I know right now it's a little different story.
Yeah, I think that's really what it comes down to is like he's put up great numbers over the years, but it's like he's never made that leap. He's always been he's great, but his potential is higher. It's like, yeah, but like after a certain amount of years, like I drafted him in Madden 19 in our 28-year franchise we did during COVID. Like it's like I know how, this guy's getting up there in age now. Jalen Carter is in year 3 or 4, and he's arguably the most talented defensive tackle we've seen in a decade. His biggest problem is his temper. It's not even his talent. The kid is a freak.
Yeah, that was all one for your cutting.
Yeah, Nate. I think we put that one in the win column. We're up to 5-3 now.
Oh yeah, great names mentioned at the end. Obviously, Quinnen is a solid name. Simmons is another too. That's solid, but yeah, I think we're satisfied with Carter and Vea, who's freaking Samoan beast, and then of course my guy he's been alright, but we'll see. Hopefully
he's having a down year. He's not having a Dexter Lawrence year, but the same thing. You got bad team, but not the Dexter Lawrence year.
Am I overreacting for saying that for the right price he should be moved or no?
Nah. What's his contract like?
His we can get like a first round pick from him, but his contract is he wants to stay, and I doubt we're moving on from him, obviously. But his contract is
don't move him. You want to build a winning culture. He's part of a winning culture. He's not the guy you move.
He hasn't won.
You need to keep some pieces to build around. You can't get rid of everybody. You got one of the most talented on paper. You have the most talented defensive line in the league. I think if there's anybody that's going to be moved, I think you should look at Kayvon. Somebody that's it would be a rental for another
team.
To
Dallas.
But
hell no.
I mean, if you move on from Kayvon, you're able to kind of maximize the potential with Abdul Carter in that area.
You make a good point. I don't think that's true. I think having all three, I think it's just the fact that our D corner doesn't know how to put all three of them on the field, because he's freaking, like I said, a terrorist. I'll always say that because he is. He wasn't supposed to have a job in the NFL, and by God's will has a job with the Giants. I will say, I told Brian this last week. I wish I was a fly on the wall during Dable and Wink Martindale's last conversation with each other, because Wink, honestly, I forget what the exact comments were.
Oh my God, Wink hates Brian Dable so much. It is so funny.
I miss Wink. I ain't gonna lie. I thought
Wink is a Hall of Fame level defense coordinator. He's up there with like Fangio and Jim Johnson and Jim Schwartz. Like he's up there.
Yeah, we made the playoffs because of him.
Yeah, I know. All right, boys, wrap it up for today. We're at minute 07, hour 7 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find us everywhere at Korner Booth Podcast. So it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, or X. We don't really post on Threads anymore because it's kind of a lame platform. Instagram, though, we do. Facebook. Yeah. Check us out there. We always post clips. Nate kills it with that stuff. Matt does awesome stuff with the social. We'll be back Thursday. We're going to be talking Thursday Night Football. We have a great week. This six-pack's going to be phenomenal. I'm excited. I got ahead of myself because I was really pissed how many games I lost this week. So I was kind of looking ahead. I was like, ooh, this is good. This is good. Also, Brian and Nate, I want you guys to start listening to the Jaws theme music because I'm coming.
For what?
For your ass, bro.
Oh, I was like, done. I was like, coming for what?
I'm like, I'm coming back. All right. I'm consistently getting 4 wins every week, and I'm slowly catching up. All right. We'll be back Thursday, obviously, Corner pregame. We have some guests coming on, obviously, as well. Hope you guys enjoyed our Halloween episode last week. We had a good time with that as well. Luke Combs costume did not kill. That's why I went with Indiana Jones for the Halloween party itself. Shout out to our sponsors, cannabis.com, promo code BELG20 for 20% off your purchase at checkout. The best dip alternative on the market. I'm actually placing an order for myself today. I am down to my last 2 pouches, and I need my fix. Great stuff, great products, and they also have little QR codes on the bottom of the tins to check what's in your ingredients. It's a really cool product, really cool people, great customer service, great company. And our other sponsor we've been mentioning it today is, of course, our friends over at SeatGeek. Promo code BELGSports for $20 off your first initial purchase at checkout. Some restrictions may apply It has to be your first email, though. You cannot use it if you've already logged in and tried to get a promo or whatever. So there's that. That's it. That's all, folks. Have a great week. We will see you Thursday for Korner pregame for Thursday Night Football. Nate, who's Thursday Night Football this week?
Thursday Night Football for this week is. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on.
You're gonna put you on the spot.
3, 2, 1. Raiders in Denver.
Wow, it's a barn burner. All right. Well, we'll be here for the Broncos winning. Congratulations, Denver, for the early win. That's it. That's all, folks. Chip Kelly is a war criminal against NFL offenses. We hope you have a great day. Hey, Jair, Jalen, Mike Carter, and Brandon, welcome back to the Birds, baby. Hey, Jalen, throw up to you, dog. Peace out. We'll see you on Thursday.
Thank you for leaving the AFC East, Jalen.